Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing just a quick deck profile on my P.U.N.K Therion build. This is what I've been playing the most recently. It's a deck that I have a lot of fun with, but also it's a deck that sometimes drives me a little bit crazy. It's frustrating at times because the Therions specifically kind of need two to always be working, but then they're kind of bricks. Like you need to always have one in your grave and one in hand. Obviously you do mill a lot in P.U.N.K Therion, but sometimes you just only see one Therion and it's very frustrating. But I've been having a lot of fun with the deck. I've been really happy with the list that I've got so far. I'm trying to keep it as small as possible. I know that it is quite consistent. It does have the one card starters, so I do see why you could push up the numbers specifically and go to something like 45. I'm trying to keep it as close to 40 as possible. The list is currently 41, I do believe. So I'll get straight into it. The deck's not new by any means, so I'll go through it fairly quickly. We've got Therion Lily. Pretty much all the Therions target a Therion or a monster of the same type as themselves, and then they summon themselves. Therion can search, Lily can search for Therion spells and traps. Regulus, we all should know, is in the gate. Bull and Duke. I'm only playing 6 monster Therions in the deck. These 6, Lily and Regulus obviously can't target anything in the deck really, but they are just instrumental in setting up the Therion plays. Bull and Duke can both target members of the P.U.N.K engine. Bull has a really cool interaction with Deer Note specifically, which comes up, which is awesome. I've cut the Reaper for now just because, just trying to save space, and Reaper specifically, it can't target any of the other P.U.N.K engines, so I've opted to not play it, and I didn't really miss it. I haven't really missed it so far. 3 Disc Coliseum, 3 Engine, 1 Therion Charge, and 1 Therion Stand-Up. Therion Stand-Up is great. This is way better than Therion Cross if you're only going to play 1, because this allows you to kind of work around Dark Ruler and Droplets. Because as you would have seen a second ago, we're trying to set up the King Calamity combo, and Droplet or Dark Ruler on Hulk just really messes that up. And Stand Up allows you to kind of bypass that, unless they Droplet Send Trap, which I mean isn't happening too often. But that's the Therion side. The P.U.N.K side, we're playing 3 Foxy, playing 3 Ogre, 3 Xiamen, 1 Sharakusai, 1 Deonote, and the 3 E-Telly, and the 1, well, I put Jet Synchron here, it's not really part of the P.U.N.Ks, but it's to do with tuning. So this is the P.U.N.K engine. We've pretty much maxed out on everything. The 3 Foxy, 3 Ogre, 3 Xiamen, 3 E-Telly. They're all essentially 1-card starters. Because I'm playing 40 cards, probably don't need to have max out on all of them. I could probably cut down an Ogre Dance. The original plan with this deck was to max out on Ogre Dance because it's a dark. That was just before I had acquired the Zombie Vampire, but since now that I've picked it up, yeah, Ogre Dance could probably be cut. I could probably cut 1 Ogre Dance to drop the list down to 40, just to keep things consistent. But that's the P.U.N.K engine. It's amazing. I love the P.U.N.K engine. I've been testing so many different things, putting the P.U.N.K engine in just anything that I can fit it into. And then I've got 12 disruptive cards. So we've got 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Veiler. Veiler's great just because it's a card you can hit off of Chaos Ruler, of course. 3 Droplet, the 2 Talents, and the 1 Called By. So they're the 12 that we're playing at the moment. They're pretty good. The Talents could be something else, but I think going into the meta that we're going to be heading into with something like Splight and Tear Element, you probably do keep the Tactics in and maybe change Veiler to something else potentially, because we are going to be looking more into, I think, board breakers, because the hand traps just aren't as effective unless you've got a bunch. So you probably want to have more single-handed cards like Dark Ruler that really deals with the board, and Tactics isn't a bad option. So there's the 12. That takes us to 41 for the main deck. The extra deck definitely would require some changes. A great example of this came up at locals just this week. I'll explain that when we get there. The Synchros, we've got the King Calamity. We're playing Amazing Dragon and Psychic and Punisher, but I feel like they kind of fulfill the same purpose, just as a Synchro 11 that you can kind of go into. I'd probably just cut Amazing Dragon moving forward and just play Punisher. Baron is awesome. Archfiend Abyss is great. Chaos Ruler and Formula Synchron for the synchros. So the reason I've gone for this specific list, why I'm not going for Scythe Locking and I'd rather go for King Calamity, is because with the King Calamity combo, you can end on Abyss. Whereas in the Scythe Lock version, the bread and butter is Hulk and Dagda, and Hulk and Dagda on their own do nothing. Whereas at least King Calamity, Archfiend Abyss, Hot Red, allows you to at least play around interruptions. They have to have 2 interruptions to kind of stop your turn-ending combo. And then if you've got Therion stand up, you're also stopping a Droplet or you're stopping a Dark Ruler as that one-off interruption. Again, if they've got 2, they've got 2. At my most recent locals, I played against 2 striker matchups, and they have an abundance of cards that can stop Hulk, because in addition to something like, for example, Chalice and Imperm, they've also got the Widow Anchors. So I did resolve it once against a striker player, but yeah. The Xyz monsters, 1 Zombie Vampire, 1 Dingirsu, these cards are great. And then this is where I would make changes. I wouldn't play this package again. I definitely would be taking this out for more Link monsters, because again, I played some Striker at locals just recently, and whilst this was really helpful in OTKing Striker by not letting them bring back Ray, because I'd set up a Dingirsu and drag Luben into Numeron, so I had a 17,000 attack Numeron Dragon, which definitely 1-hit kills. But then going into the game 3 and game 2 actually, we were stuck under Mystic Mine, and we are playing very few Link monsters. And by very few, I mean 1. So Zeus is the last Xyz monster, and then I'm playing the 1 Carp, and we're only playing Hulk. So this is incorrect. The OTK package is fun, but realistically, if I really think about it, we're playing enough big monsters that it's not necessary. So don't play it. So if you were to, for example, take out these 3 and take out the Amazing Dragon, you could easily fit in some more useful things. Something like, access code Selene, even like Orsa, the Earth Charmer Link wouldn't be a bad call. Lots of decks are playing Punk. Though I guess moving into like the Splicer element format is probably not going to be as effective. But yeah, just more general links, even just the Nightmares, Phoenix, Cerberus, they'd all be good. So that's what I would be playing in the future. We're playing enough big monsters where having the OTK package is just not necessary. And then finally, the side deck, Rose Whip. This card's awesome. It's very quickly becoming one of my favorite cards. It's just so free to summon off Hulk. Playing Droll, Dark Ruler. These are all just fairly standard cards, I think. For back row, we've got Twin, Harpies, and Red Reboot. And then the 3 Anti-Spell, which is, it's a great card. I wish I saw it more. But that's the deck profile. I have a lot of fun playing the deck. I'm looking forward to kind of just mucking around with punks. I'm really looking forward to testing out the new support in Power of the Elements. Being able to kind of just draw 2 every turn is insane. But otherwise, that's the deck, and I'll be posting some replays just from locals recently, rather than doing test hands in this video. But otherwise, thanks for watching.